Sir Charles Barkley had a legendary career in the NBA for 16 seasons. He has since become a popular and outspoken analyst on TNT's Inside the NBA. Barkley has a new TNT documentary series discussing race relations. It is called American Race. In one episode, he speaks with alt-right founder Richard Spencer and civil rights attorney Gerald Griggs.
You know, we don't want anything different in life than you do.
Are you sure about that? You just want what white people want?
Yes.
Yes?
I want a good family.
Yeah.
I want a good job. I want my daughter to live in a world where she's like, doesn't have to worry about discrimination. That's all we want.
Charles Barkley joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Is this early for you to get up in the morning?
Yes, I'm not a morning person. That's nothing good.
We're glad you're here.
Thank you. There's nothing you can do early in the morning you can't do later in the day.
So tell us how you feel about this.
That's not true, Charlie.
Or somebody says nothing happens good after 10 o'clock.
Yeah. At night.
Just fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the series.
Yes.
It's an important series.
Yes, sir.
And you're engaged by this, you seem.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, meeting with these families. Obviously, it's Richard Spencer.
Right.
Meeting with mothers whose kids have been killed by the police. Meeting with Muslim people and undocumented immigrants. They were very difficult conversations, but they need to be had.
But this is what I saw the episode in Baltimore where you go and they were talking about the riots there, and you said you don't understand why people riot and tear up their own stuff. Race is so tricky and so difficult to talk about because nobody wants to talk about race, Charles. I'm so glad you're doing it.
Well, and that's the biggest problem. We never talk about race until something bad happens, and then everybody's mad.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I want to do is, like, I want people to watch and sit around and say, does he have a point? Does she have a point? Do they have a point? But everybody's so afraid, and you shouldn't be afraid to talk about it.
They got mad at you in Baltimore when it seemed like you were defending the police.
Well,
you took a lot of heat there.
And I had no problem with that. First of all, I've always defended the police, but that doesn't mean I think they're always right. First of all, we need the police, especially in the black community.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they don't make mistakes and they haven't did things wrong. We have to find a way to hold police accountable when they do things wrong. But it was important for me. First of all, it was a painful night, number one.
I could see that.
But it felt, after it was over, I bet you that lady had never had an opportunity to express what she felt to the news media, because the news media wouldn't go spend time with her. And she was angry at me, and she was angry because her son got killed.
But you point out community makes mistakes too.
Well, and I've gotten in trouble because I think we as black people, we got to do better ourselves. You know, black on black crime is a travesty.
Yes.
And we can't keep treating each other with such disrespect, then call the cops, and when things go bad, get mad at the cops. We have to start policing ourselves much better.
What did you learn?
I learned there's some amazing people out there.
Yeah.
I met a pastor in Atlanta who works with undocumented immigrants' kids. He has an after-school program, because those people are amazing, working hard all the time. But he started a after-school program where these kids go. I met with a Muslim family.
But what did you learn about, and those people are interesting and powerful, but what did you learn about how we can take the right step forward in terms of race?
Well, number one, the only thing you can do is talk about it, but I wanted to put a face. Like the mother in Baltimore who lost her son, we see it like in a little blurb on the news for 5 to 7 seconds, then we go to the next story. I wanted to give, like, that's a real person.
Yeah.
The undocumented immigrants, they're like real people. Same thing with Sharmina, the Muslim in Irving, Texas. We throw those words around. We talk about police brutality, but we don't ever see the victim's face. We talk about undocumented immigrants, but we don't really know any of them.
Yeah, you're showing a human side.
Yes.
There was a big story in the news with Adam Jones,
Yes.
who was called the N-word while he was on the field. Did that ever happen to you? Did you ever experience anything like that?
Sure.
Racial slurs while you're on the court?
The monkey thing, slurs, the monkey thing. But, you know, you go back and look at Adam Jones' situation. Number one, obviously it was wrong, but I was more disappointed in the people around the people saying the racist stuff.
Yeah.
Because just out of human decency, the people around should have policed that situation. If I'm sitting at an event, whether it's white or black, and somebody's insulting somebody who's Hispanic, Jewish, black, or whatever, I'm going to stand up and say something. So to come back the next night and give him a standing ovation, that was ridiculous. But the people who were sitting there that night, letting some people scream slurs at Adam, they should have policed that situation better.
Thank you, Charles. Great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Really good to see you.
Yeah.